They are those hundreds and thousands of women who are in the workplace every day, managing and leading businesses, leading teams and groups, and leading their families and their own lives, who are juggling a huge range of complex, different things and seem to do it with an immense amount of aplomb.
My mother, who allowed me to dream and who sacrificed a lot for me to be where I am, and it wouldn't be possible without her.
Really, I'm very grateful for some of my fellow women academic colleagues, because over time they've really shown a great deal of empathy and understanding when we were discussing our careers, and also they have shown me ways not to compromise, but to organize my professional life and my career.
There was definitely one woman who I think stands out as a leader, and that's Jacinda Ardern, now ex-Prime Minister of New Zealand. She really showed us in practice what it means and what it looks like to be a compassionate leader.
First it starts with my mother, and then basically to give us a general idea of what it means to be a woman in a society that is not sometimes fair.
In my career I've come across a lot of really inspirational women, some famous, some who probably would be quite surprised to know that I've been impacted by them so heavily over the years. Jackie Akavan, who was the first female professor of explosives chemistry. Sue Winnecombe, world expert in management for gender and diversity. Serena Wiegler, who's the coach of the England women's football team. What a star. All three of those just have really impacted me because they're great at their jobs. They also always make time for women of all ages to inspire them and support them.
My mum was at Greenham Common in the 70s and 80s, and I think the women who protested at Greenham Common had a really major impact on me.
My mother and I would say my sister and my daughter. And my mother's someone who is just such a big supporter to me and somebody I go to for advice.
People like Marie Curie, the Polish-French physicist and chemist who conducted pioneering research on radioactivity, the first women to win a Nobel Prize twice. And then in more contemporaneous times, there's Karen Brady, voted Businesswoman of the Year.
In the field of work, there are a couple of, women in academia. When one thinks of, one can't help talk about Professor Alison Gabriel's work, Beth Livingston, who talks about diversity and inclusion and has written a great book on shared sisterhood. Celebrities like Lupita, and the kind of work she's done, or the kind of things that she stands for when it comes to diversity and inclusion.
I mean, my mom has always been a role model. My mother really managed to continue her career as a physician, at the same time raising children, looking after us. This was something what really inspired me from early childhood.
Equity, in one word, is really giving the more disadvantaged people the right circumstances, relationships, and experiences to be able to thrive and be successful.
Equity to me is the day when we give everybody the opportunity based on their capability.
Equity for me is about being fair and just. It's not about treating everybody the same, because not everybody's starting from the same point.
Equity, I believe, means feeling respected and at the same time safe in an environment where you may not be part of the majority.
I guess equity to me means something to do with creating a level playing field, a sense of equal opportunities for all people, whatever their background.
Equity should be all about embracing that not all of us come from the same start. We all have different starting points. Acknowledging these starting points when we are talking about diversity and inclusion, and embracing these starting points so we can provide for an equal level playing field when it comes to access of opportunity to everyone, especially women and especially women of color.
Equity to me means to provide opportunities to women which suits their specific lifestyle choices and living situations.
Overall, I think things are getting better, and I think the good work Henley's doing in terms of raising awareness for equity and equality is incredibly important.